Round, flat, round, flat, round, flat, round.
Columbo, the world she's flat.
The world, she's round.
She's flat.
Look, King, she's round like the apple.
She's flat like the pancake.
Pasta fazoon. She's round, she's firm, she's fully packed. She's round like my head.
She's flat like your head.
Uh-huh.
Joshua commanded God to have the sun stand still,
Uh-huh.
rather than the earth stop.
Uh-huh. Well, for a verse on it, there's no particular verse you can turn to, because all the verses, you've given the verses on it, and the verses you've given on it would make the earth still. Turn to Psalm 19. This is called geocentricity. And geocentricity is what was taught before Galileo. And when Galileo hypothesized that the earth went around the sun, they called him a heretic and tried him. And since that time, everybody has reveled in the fact that Galileo was right and the Catholic Church was wrong. And they talk about the pre-scientific view they had before Galileo. But it's never been conclusive, it's never been settled. Now, here's what you have to remember in this thing. You have to remember the sun is a type of Christ. And in Psalm 19, here's what it says in verse 4. Their line is going throughout all the earth, and their words the end of the world in them. And that's day and night, verse 2 and verse 3. And the firmament, verse 1. In them he has set a tabernacle for the sun, which is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, and rejoices as a strong man that run a race. His going forth is from the end of the heaven, and the circuit to the ends of it, and there's nothing hid from the heat thereof. But then again, that picture of the sun, type of Christ, is leaving a tabernacle and going out in a circle. Now, there's a group that believe in geocentricity. They're in Cleveland, and the professor's name is Hansen. And they've been sending me stuff for years, and I haven't yet picked all of it up. I'm not very much good at physics. But it got so bad that Henry Morris out in Christian research out in California wrote me a letter and said, am I to assume that the King James position is identical to geocentricity? And I ducked him because what he wanted to do was try to prove that everybody would believe the King James Bible, believe that the earth stood still and the sun went around the earth. Now we could prove that everybody would believe the King James Bible was a mid-Victorian, bigoted Roman Catholic, pre-scientific nut. But I can't read Henry Morris like a book. He hadn't got his sense of one. Now, along with Henry Morris and creation research, stick to evolution. They got good stuff. They got good stuff in genetics. They got good stuff in evolution and creationism. But when it comes to the Bible, they're just as dumb as Wilbur Smith or any of the rest of that bunch. You know what they're talking about. Now, here's the thing with the geocentricity thing. I'm not fully settled my own mind on it. The reason I'm not settling my mind on it is because in reading this stuff, here's what they say. And I tell you what they say. They say if you're put in a room in a chair, and then the room circulates around you, goes around you, you see exactly what you'd see if the room was stationary. You were sitting in a chair and they spun the chair around. Turned the chair around. And that's true. But then you think, well, then outer space, in outer space must prove, the earth is moving this and that, but it doesn't. And here what these fellows have constructed, I'll show you what they've got constructed. And by the way, they're moving toward my position on the water now. They're moving on my position on the water. But here's what they've got. Now here's the standard position. The standard position is the sun sitting there, and the earth goes around the sun like this. And the earth is the sun is 4 days off center. They got the earth going around here. And the 4 days it's off center are September 20th to September 23rd. Or 24, 21, 22, 23, and 24. The sun is there. This is something like 90 million miles in the winter where you're going now. This is something like 93 million in the summer where you're going in a while. And this is September, and this December, and this is over here in March, and this is down in June someplace. And the reason why the earth it's colder in the winter than it is in the summer is because the earth is tilted. But the earth is closer to the sun in the winter than it is in the summer. In December, the earth is up here, and it's 3 million miles closer to the sun than it is down there. Now, with that thing like that, that's in Genesis chapter 4, or Genesis 1. The evening morning was the first day, the evening morning the second day, the evening morning the third day, and the fourth day, the Lord said, let the greater light rule the day, and the lesser light rule the night. So the universe, the solar system, bears testimony to a King James Bible. But nobody wants that. Schofield can't stand it. Schofield backs out. Once you start this stuff about the earth being created before the sun, then everybody gets off the board the quicker they can get. All of them. Schofield says, when he says he made the greater light to rule the day, the Hebrew word is indicative of function, not origin. Yeah, don't you know how? Which means the sun was there all the time. It just began to function on the fourth day, you see. Now, that is what the book teaches. The book teaches the earth is here before the sun's here. And that's bad business. No evolutionist believes that. Plus, he's a theistic evolutionist. You can't be an evolutionist and believe the Bible. In the Bible, the earth is there before the sun's there. Now, in geocentricity, the thing's like this, and the sun going around here. And as far as that goes, so is the moon. And as far as that goes, so are the planets. How they're laid out. And the earth is here, like that. And this stuff is going around here like this, outside. And the same phenomena can be found in the books I have. I have a book maybe 300 pages thick. We'll go into all the physics on it and all the astronomical details on it, all the stuff, quasars and redshift and dwarf variable, red dwarfs and all that stuff. That just, it's over my head really, but I recognize the fellow's done his homework. He knows what he's talking about. And that thing there, he's got the thing moving around like this. Now here's how he has this moving around like this. He has this thing here, firmament. And the old boy's he's got water. He's got water here below the firmament like this, and water above the firmament like that, and the firmament rotating like this. So you look up there at night, what you see is going by you, around you like this. The earth is stationary. Now that'd be a deadly profession to make until you knew exactly what you're talking about. But it's got its points. Now, the one problem there is, according to that thing, with this setup right here, one bad thing about it is that the earth sitting here and the sun, a type of Christ, is controlled here in the world's orbit. And the same way with the moon. And over here, the sun, the Christ, the center. And the stuff's going around him, which looks more correct in a spiritual application. But those are two theories. One is called one is geocentricity, and the other is solar centricity. And all the scientists are solar. I haven't made up my mind yet. I've still got an open mind on it.
What about the chair illustration? The Earth is stationary.
Yeah.
But it's still spinning.
The Earth?
So, on its axis.
No, he got the Earth here, sitting there still.
Well, when they put a satellite up in an orbit, they put it up so it matches the Earth's spin, so it stays in the same spot.
Yeah, but he says there that if you were out there spinning around, that it'd look just like it would if you were sitting here looking up at it. You get the same effect. And he got stuff on magnetic at the poles that's peculiar. You got some stuff. He goes to show that anything that you can prove from one, you can prove from the other. But the fellow you want for that is not Ruckman. I'm not a scientist, and I know nothing about physics. When it comes to physics and chemistry and astronomy and mechanics, I am a perfect blank. And I can study and study till my hair turns white, and I still can't get it. It's like we have some students come to school and they study Greek and they just work like a dog and they never can get it after 3 years. There's something you can't bat 1,000. There's some areas you got to be stupid in. And I'm stupid in about 5 areas. And I know where they are, and I keep out of them. I keep out of them. Yeah, yes, ma'am.